Of course, I have absorbed the essence of our established style, and I am ready to channel it into a new, transformative message for your audience. I will take the core themes of the provided text and alchemize them into a script that is uniquely yours, brimming with the spiritual depth, empowering energy, and intimate connection that defines your voice. I will ensure the script is a significant expansion, weaving in new metaphors, personal insights, and interactive rituals to meet the requirements of length and originality, all while maintaining a smooth, captivating flow perfect for a YouTube voiceover. Here is the rewritten script. Let me know your thoughts after you have reviewed it. Video opens with soft, ambient, mystical music and slowly moving cosmic visuals. Voiceover: hello, my beautiful and powerful souls, and welcome back to Astrology Unlocked. I am so deeply, truly grateful that your energy has brought you here to this very space at this exact moment. If you have been wrestling with the ghost of comparison, if a quiet ache of inadequacy has been shadowing your heart, I want you to know with every fiber of your being that your arrival here is not an accident. It is a divine appointment, orchestrated by a universe that loves you profoundly and sees the brilliant, blinding light you sometimes struggle to see in yourself. Pause with me for just a moment. Before we journey further, find a quiet space. Let your shoulders fall. Take a slow, intentional breath in, feeling the stardust and potential gathering in your lungs. And as you exhale, release the heavy cloak of self-doubt. Release the stories you've been told about who you're supposed to be. Because somewhere deep within you, beneath the noise of the world, a whisper has been growing louder, hasn't it? A gentle, persistent nudge from your soul telling you that there is something more, something magnificent you need to remember about yourself right now. And here you are, ready to listen. This journey we are about to embark on is a sacred one. It is a reclamation of your innate cosmic truth. If you can feel the resonance of that promise deep in your bones, if your spirit is stirring in recognition of its own forgotten power, I invite you to make a sacred pact with your own awakening. Go down to the comments right now, and as a declaration to the cosmos type, I feel things could turn out differently. Consider this more than a comment. See it as the first powerful step in rewriting your energetic story. And if you have not already, please subscribe to this channel, joining our beautiful family of souls who are committed to walking this path of unlocking our divine potential together. Now let's dive deep, shall we? So often, my friends, we are taught to look for our magic in the struggle. We are conditioned to believe that our greatest gifts must be the things we fight for, the mountains we bleed to climb, the skills we spend years painstakingly acquiring. And so we overlook the very essence of our power, simply because it feels as natural to us as breathing. We dismiss our most profound abilities because they flow from us with an ease that we mistake for being ordinary. We have been taught to scan the horizon for a distant, dazzling treasure, all while standing unknowingly in a field of diamonds. But listen to me closely. Let this truth settle into the very core of your being. That which flows from you effortlessly is not insignificant. It is the purest expression of your soul's cosmic blueprint. It is the native language of your spirit, a dialect you were born speaking fluently. Think of it this way: you are trying to impress the world by speaking a foreign language you learned from a book, struggling over every word, when all along your soul is aching to sing the breathtaking opera that is its mother tongue. That ease, that natural flow, That is your opera. That is your magic. You look at someone else, perhaps a friend, a colleague, or a stranger on a screen, and you see their confidence, their clarity, their seemingly effortless grace, and a painful thought flickers through your mind. They have something I don't. You witness their ability to command a room, to create with wild abandon, to think with piercing logic, and you feel a sense of lack. You look at your own life, at the things that come so easily to you, the way you can listen and make someone feel truly seen, the way you can organize chaos into beautiful order, the way you can find patterns and solutions where others only see a tangled mess. And you tell yourself, oh, that's just me. That's nothing special. But what if that thought, that single dismissive thought, is the greatest illusion you have ever accepted as truth? What if that is the one enchanted barrier standing between you and the magnificent reality you were born to create? The universe is whispering to you today. What feels utterly ordinary to you is a breathtaking miracle to someone else. Your nothing special is the very gift they are praying to the cosmos for. The calm you carry in a crisis which you take for granted is the lighthouse in someone else's terrifying storm. The creative idea that pops into your head so easily it feels like a daydream is the divine download another soul has been meditating for weeks to receive. Why do we do this? Why do we devalue what is most natural to us? Because the dense, noisy frequency of our world has taught us a damaging lie that value is born only from relentless effort and sacrifice. If something doesn't come with sweat and tears, we hesitate to call it worthy. If it doesn't feel like an uphill battle, we refuse to believe it can be our purpose. But that, my beautiful soul, is a human construct, not a cosmic law. Some gifts, the most potent ones, are encoded into your very DNA, not for you to struggle for, but for you to carry with the grace and lightness of a master. They are meant to be your offering, not your burden. You do not need to keep fighting to prove your worthiness to a universe that co-created you from exploding stars. You do not need to keep measuring your unique soul song against the rhythm of another's drum. The very fact that you are here, that your heart is beating, that your spirit is seeking, is all the validation you will ever need. You were never lacking. You were never behind. You have always been more than enough. But if that's true, your mind might argue, why don't I see the results? Why does my life still feel stuck? Why hasn't my world transformed into the vision I hold in my heart? And this is where we must become sacred detectives of energy, looking beyond the slow, linear evidence of the 3D world. Growth, true soul-level expansion, does not always announce itself with trumpets and fireworks. Often, the most profound transformation begins in the silent, invisible realms. It begins the very moment you dare to change your perception of yourself. Imagine you have been planting a garden. Every day you look at the bare soil and feel discouraged, seeing no progress. But underneath the surface, a miracle is happening. Roots are taking hold, networks are forming, and life is gathering its strength for the magnificent breakthrough into the light. Your journey is the same. The moment you stop poisoning your own soil with thoughts of inadequacy, the moment you begin to water your soul with the truth of your inherent worth, the seeds of your destiny begin to sprout in the unseen. Your reality is not an accident. Your gifts are not a coincidence. The universe placed within you a specific resonant frequency that was never ever meant to remain dormant. Think of it like this. You are a musical instrument, exquisitely crafted by a divine artisan. For years, you may have been convinced you were a drum trying to create rhythm by banging on your strings, feeling clumsy and useless. You look at the actual drums and think, they are so powerful, I'll never be like them. But then one day, you receive a message like this one. It's a whisper from the cosmos that says, "My dear, you are not a drum, you are a cello. Your gift is not in the banging, but in the vibration. You are made to produce a melody so deep and soulful it can heal hearts." And in that moment of realization, you don't become a cello. You simply remember that you have been one all along. The only thing that changes is your willingness to pick up the bow and play your own song. Your light has never been missing. It has simply been waiting for you to grant it permission to shine. What would happen truly if for one entire day you suspended all self-judgment? What if you decided to trust your own inner guidance with the same fierce faith you so easily place in others? What if you looked at your natural tendencies not as quirks or habits, but as sacred clues to your purpose? Because here is the profound, earth-shattering truth: you are already carrying the answer to the prayers you have been sending out to the universe. Even when you feel invisible, even when you are convinced no one notices you, the world is paying attention. Not just to your achievements, but to your energy. People feel your presence even in silence. They are moved by the way you navigate challenges, by the steady warmth in your voice, by the quiet dignity with which you carry your burdens and your dreams. You may think you are just trying to get through the day, but to someone else, your resilience is a masterclass in courage. You are a living permission slip for someone else to be their authentic self. You are the confirmation they needed that grace and strength can coexist in a world that often feels harsh and unforgiving. And yet, if you do not believe this about yourself, you create an energetic bottleneck. You cannot fully step into the radiant being you were meant to be if you are constantly telling the universe, "No, not me. I'm not ready. I'm not special enough." My beautiful soul, something is shifting within you as you hear these words. Can you feel it? A subtle quickening in your spirit? A gentle loosening of the chains of self-doubt? This is not just another video, not another fleeting piece of inspiration. This is a cosmic activation, a sacred alarm clock for your soul, lovingly nudging you to wake up to the truth of who you are. Everything you have been searching for, the confidence, the purpose, the feeling of belonging, has already been woven into the fabric of your soul. The world, with its loud demands and narrow definitions of success, may have taught you to doubt this truth. It may have conditioned you to shrink your light, to apologize for your brilliance, to wait for external approval before you dare to take a step forward. But the universe does not require a resume. Your soul does not need a permission slip to fulfill its destiny. The calling on your life has never been fragile. It is the most resilient, indestructible force within you. So what happens now? How do you begin to live from this place of truth? You begin by noticing. You become a gentle observer of your own life. The next time someone gives you a compliment that touches upon one of your natural gifts, I want you to pause. Instead of your usual habit of deflecting it, "Oh, it was nothing," I want you to breathe it in. Let it land in your heart. See it not as mere flattery, but as a confirmation from the universe, a loving wink from the cosmos saying, "See, I told you so." The next time you feel that gentle magnetic pull towards something, an idea, a project, a conversation, do not silence it with the voice of practicality or fear. Honor it. Follow that thread of curiosity, for it is your soul's GPS guiding you home to your purpose. The next time you sense that inner knowing, that gut feeling that's stirring in your chest, that you can't quite explain with logic, I want you to treat it as the sacred divine intelligence it is. Respond to it, trust it, because you are not missing a single thing. You are not behind schedule on some imaginary cosmic timeline. You are not inadequate. Even in the moments where life feels heavy and confusing, you are exactly where you need to be, learning the exact lessons your soul chose for its evolution. The universe is already using your life right now, in this very season, to be a beacon of possibility for others. Take a deep breath with me. Let this truth anchor itself in your heart, because what you have been waiting for is not permission from the outside world. It is realization from within. And the very second your perception of yourself shifts, the entire quantum field around you begins to rearrange itself to match your new belief. The moment you stop seeing yourself as a soul who is lacking and begin to see yourself as a soul who is a complete and powerful creator, your reality has no choice but to transform. Not someday, not when you finally feel ready. Right now. The universe has never waited for souls to feel perfectly prepared before calling them into their power. It calls first. It anoints you with purpose first, and then it provides the strength, the wisdom, and the resources along the way. And you, my magnificent friend, have been called. Think about the souls you admire most. The artists, the leaders, the healers, the innovators, whose very existence inspires you and makes you believe in a more beautiful world. Do you truly imagine they woke up one day, fully formed, overflowing with unshakable confidence, completely certain of their path? No. My dear, they trembled with doubt. They wrestled with their own inner demons. They heard the whispers of who are you to do this just as you do. But at a pivotal moment, they made a choice. They decided to stop waiting for the feeling of certainty and to start moving with the vibration of trust. And that is precisely where you are standing now, at the precipice of a new reality, feeling that gentle pull, hearing that quiet inner whisper saying, "It's time." The question has never been whether your calling is real. The only question has ever been how you will choose to respond to it. Will you continue to brush it aside, telling yourself, you need one more sign, one more course, one more piece of validation before you begin? Or will you finally, tenderly, courageously accept the profound truth that everything you could ever need to begin is already alive and breathing within you? The only thing standing between you and the life that is aching to be lived through you is the outdated story you keep telling yourself about who you are. Pause for a moment and really sit with that. Let it sink in. Think back to every time you felt unqualified, every painful comparison, every moment you looked at another and thought, they possess a magic I was not given. Now, I invite you to perform a sacred act of alchemy. Flip that thought. What if, at this very moment, another soul is looking at you and thinking the exact same thing? What if the way you navigated a painful loss with quiet grace has already given someone else the strength to face their own? What if the way you speak your truth, even when your voice shakes, has inspired someone else to stop silencing themselves? The unique gifts and the sacred calling of your soul are irrevocable. What the cosmos placed within you was never temporary, and it was certainly never an accident. There are people you have never met whose lives are waiting to be touched by your unique frequency. That is why it is imperative that you stop playing small. You were not born to blend in, to apologize for your light, or to fade into the background. You were created to be a resonant note in the symphony of the universe, a note that no one else can play. You were meant to stand in your truth, not with arrogance, but with the quiet, unshakable power of a mountain, a presence, a light, a truth that cannot be argued with, but can only be felt. And the moment you stop resisting that truth, everything begins to change. The universe uses you not just in your moments of triumph, but in your vulnerability, in the quiet, ordinary days, in the way you show up with an open heart, even when you don't have all the answers. Someone somewhere is watching your faith in motion. And to them, you are tangible proof that a divine, loving intelligence is real and at work in the world. You do not need to feel strong for the universe to work through you. You can still have doubts. That does not disqualify you. It makes you human. Readiness, my dear soul, is not a feeling you wait for. It is a decision you make, and you are ready. Ready to stop outsourcing your power and start trusting the wisdom within. Ready to stop searching for validation and start recognizing the divinity that has been with you all along. Ready to finally step into the purpose that was encoded in your soul before you ever knew how to speak your own name. So what does this look like in a practical sense tomorrow morning? It looks like waking up, and before your feet even touch the floor, placing a hand on your heart and whispering, "Thank you. I am ready to see myself through the eyes of the universe today." It looks like hearing that familiar critical inner voice begin its tired old script, and instead of believing it, you smile with compassion and say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I am choosing a new truth today." It looks like allowing yourself to truly receive love, compliments, and opportunities instead of constantly feeling like you have to prove you are worthy of them. Because when you are constantly telling the universe, "I'm not good enough yet," you energetically block the very blessings that are trying to find you. The universe is not waiting to bless you. It already has. The blessings are in your very breath, in your unique perspective, in the gifts that feel so ordinary to you. Sometimes receiving is not about doing more. It is about seeing differently. It is about changing the frequency of your inner conversation, allowing yourself to finally believe what the cosmos has known about you all along. You are a masterpiece. Let's do a small ritual together, right here, right now. I invite you to gently close your eyes. Place one hand over your heart. Feel that steady, powerful rhythm beneath your palm. That is the rhythm of your purpose. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to ask your soul this question: what if I have been ready this whole time? Just let that question hang in the air. What if every hesitation, every doubt, every excuse has been the only veil between you and your destiny? What if right here, right now, you choose to trust your own divine timing? There are no accidents. You are meant to hear this. What you choose to do with this activation is, and always will be, your sacred choice. Thank you for holding space with me through this profound journey today. If this message has resonated in the deep chambers of your soul, I invite you to anchor this new awareness. Go to the comments and type, "I am whole, I am ready." Do it not as a mindless habit, but as a conscious, deliberate seal upon your intention. Let it be your declaration that you are ready to see yourself in your full magnificence. And if a specific person came to mind while you were listening, a friend, a family member, a soul who has been dimming their own light, please share this message with them. See it not as a simple forward, but as the lighting of a candle in the dark, a beacon of light that may be the very confirmation they have been asking the universe for. And remember to subscribe so we can continue to walk this beautiful, expansive journey together. As you move forward from this sacred moment, carry this truth not in your mind, but in your heart. You are no longer waiting to become ready. You are no longer auditioning for a role you were born to play. Nothing is missing from you. The universe has already gone before you, preparing the way. And now you are simply being invited to step into the glorious life that has been patiently, lovingly waiting for you all along. Go forth and be brilliant.